Hi guys, good afternoon. You've tuned into Money Control. I'm Karunya Rao, and as always I am here with Manisha Gupta to give you an update on what's happening in the commodity space. Zinc is the flavor of the day among all the metals that are trading higher, but tell us why zinc and why is it outperforming?
You know, the way you said zinc, it just reminded me that you use zinc in soil fertilizer. We ate a lot of zinc during
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, but the zinc prices clearly have been rising because of the inventory issues. So when you look at the global inventories on LME registered warehouses, they are the lowest since last 2 years.
Okay.
And the funny part is that much of the inventory this time around is lying in Asia. So when you look at the Europe LME warehouses, there is just about 500 tons of zinc there. US warehouses, 550 tons zinc there. And much of 1,20,000 tons is actually lying in Asia.
So how much zinc did we eat?
You're just still thinking about that, are you?
No, but on a serious note, where is this demand coming from and why is there such a shortfall that you're talking about?
So one is last year was a zinc deficit of around 47 to 90,000 tons. I mean, those are numbers that are still being worked about from Fitch to International Study Group, etc. But this year in 2022, because of the kind of partial or complete smelter shutdowns that we've seen in Europe, whether it has been about Nyrstar or Glencore for that matter, there is a clear-cut expectation that we are looking at more than 1 lakh tons of zinc deficit in this year as well. Fitch has put that figure to 1.7 lakh tons. Okay. So we are looking at a deficit. Almost double that what we saw last year, yes. And so yes, there is inventories lower, and when you look at the European refined zinc production cost, 40% of that is energy. So no surprises that there are concerns in Europe, and we will continue to see these price rises.
But where is this demand coming from? Because we saw some consolidation happen in other metals, but not zinc. It continues to be resilient. So what industries and what geographies is the demand the highest from?
So when you look at the zinc demand, it actually is coming in from batteries, one. It also is coming in from the steel sector for galvanization, right. And the supplies or inventories are not so great, as I said. So that clearly has been a supportive factor here. Apart from that, when you also look at the kind of zinc demand that we are looking at, it is coming in from various companies and countries as well. If you look at the kind of trade that we are looking at in zinc, with the expectation that the prices will still go higher, when you look at the options trade here, the call options for the month of May and June are at a strike price of $5,000 a ton. Okay. Now today's price is $4,450. All-time high has been $4,900 that we saw in the first week of March.
And we're already looking at a 5,000 figure.
So that's how the markets are trading this right now. So well, yes, the movement, the fair point being that the energy prices are not coming down in a jiffy. Smelters in Europe are not opening tomorrow. So this deficit will continue, and the supply side issues are in the prices.
And who is the big player in India? Of course, Zinc, as the name suggests, is going to be in focus. But is that it?
Well, yes, Hindustan Zinc is the biggest one. It's one of the top 3 ones in the world as well. And in the Indian markets, by far the biggest one. So we are looking at, when you look at zinc prices, you automatically look to Hindustan Zinc, which has done quite well for itself. Their cost of production is much controlled, curbed, very efficient when it comes to that. And every time you see silver and zinc prices rising, Hindustan Zinc is your place to go to.
Okay, so we know which stock to look at, but also for commodity traders, should they exit at current levels, or is it a good level perhaps for them to book profit if they had entered before?
So, much would depend on how the US Fed goes from here. We've seen those US inflation numbers come in at 8.5% for the month of March. Yeah. It's still the highest since 1981, the kind of pace that we've seen here. Yeah. So, if we are looking at the US interest rate hike as the markets are working with right now, then yes, there could be some stimulus money getting out of the market and metals will see a decline. But for the metals which are very strong in fundamental, for example, copper and zinc, you will still see gains continuing here. Okay. Aluminum and nickel are a couple of metals which already have seen a profit taking, have been an underperformer in last 1 week or so. So they will continue to consolidate here, but copper and zinc are a couple of metals where you can still hold long, still go long and look at further profits.
Okay, on that note guys, I hope you've taken note. Zinc is the stock to watch out for, and definitely aluminum and copper, you said.
Copper and zinc.
Copper and zinc, sorry, are the 2 metals that you can look at if you're looking to trade in commodities. With that, it's a wrap from our end. Thank you for tuning in.